G'day everybody, welcome to the 13-time Primetime Podcast of Season 2 of the Primetime Podcast. We have another highly anticipated, legendary status guest.
I think you're hyping that up a bit.
No, I'm not hyping that up. This is the appropriate amount of hype. You're on the poll. You're on the poll of who should be on the Primetime Podcast, the top names, the people I also personally want to get on the Primetime Podcast. And you got a fair share of votes on there, and here we have Nixon.
Yeah. what he said. Yeah. So King Brown. Yeah. Real life.
So Nixon, if you haven't heard, made his first appearance in episode 8 of Lucas Industries as the new mischievous, funny character King Brown, the very charismatic, flamboyant king of the little casino.
Honestly, the whole running joke is just like so stupid, but I love it. Like, honestly, like
we're going places with it.
We are going places with it. We got big plans for it. Big plans for the whole character.
So why don't you introduce yourself to the audience? There's a bit of insight into.
So obviously, many people like who watch this channel do know me personally.
The fan base, yeah.
Yeah, so I randomly just got in here just recently, obviously, through Daniel and that.
Yeah.
So, and it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, working with you, and actually getting a chance to be a part of Lucas Industries.
Yeah.
It's a lot different to my kind of crowd since I hang around so many different people. But obviously it's something new, it's something fresh.
Good to try new things.
Exactly.
Just like me going to the gym now.
Yeah, exactly.
Just came back from a gym session. That's why I'm wearing the same outfit that you saw me with Nick. We were also working out with Nick, getting ripped. Did pretty well.
Did smashed out some arms, did a bit of back. I struggled on push-ups.
Yeah. So I asked you.
Oh, no pull-ups. No, but I can't think. Obviously, I think the pre's going to my head.
Yeah. So I asked this before, but I didn't just confirm this. So you go by Nixon.
Yeah.
Your friends call you Nixon. And then
so either call me Nixon or Ross.
Is it Ross Nixon or Nixon Ross?
So it's Nixon Ross, but I prefer my last name.
Yeah,
over my first name.
Yeah.
It's not I don't dislike my first name, but I have a handful of people that have called me Ross in the past, but most people do know me as Nixon because
I was thinking it's Ross and Nixon because Ross and Nixon rolls off the tongue better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what I'm thinking.
But no, I get people referring to you by a surname.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of friends. I can tell when they're being serious or not when they're talking to me. If they're being serious, they'll call me Lucas. If they're just messing around or just casual, they call me Temmie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
don't you go by Hundies or something?
You call me Hundies.
Oh yeah, I call you.
You're the one who keeps giving me all this funny.
Because I started I think the name was Mr. Hundy or some shit, and then I came up with Hundy.
Yeah. I was I hit 100 subscribers. I was very proud. So then on a couple other social media platforms, I put myself as Lucas Mr. 100.
Ah, okay.
And then you just change it to Hundy.
Yeah, it's funny.
And now just recently you put Fungos.
Well, everyone loves Fungos. They come out of Fungos.
I don't even know what a Fungos is.
Fungos,
but it's funny to say.
It's stupid. Think of Chuck E. Cheese, but stupid.
Come on down to Fungos.
Anyway, so.
Yeah.
So we've been discussing, obviously, plans for some upcoming stuff for Lucas Industries.
Let's get into the future plans of King Brown, and then we'll get into today's topic of the prime time, which is the gym life. So, you've recently came to me on Discord,
yes,
and you sent me a picture. I'll put it on the green screen now, because I might as well use the green screen to the best ability. It's King Brown the movie, the short film.
Yeah.
This is the greatest picture I've ever seen.
I mean, also, the date's not canon here, but it was just literally, I was sitting down last night, just thinking to myself, what if we made a short film based off of King Brown, but obviously for future ideas?
I think that's a brilliant idea because then it explores the origin and the backstory.
Yeah.
Because I feel like...
Even though my only appearance has been very brief
far.
In episode 8 and obviously,
And a little snippet
Yeah, the sneak peek as well, where I pretty much drugged you.
Yeah. So I think it's a brilliant idea because there's obviously going to be a big gap between Lucas Industries Season 1 and Season 2, or whatever Season 2 will become. because that's going to be a big production. That's going to be my magnum opus, what I'm planning to do. And it's obviously going to feature the king. So we've got to figure out what kind of content we're going to put out in the lead up to that. We'll probably show a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of the progress, but we also might want to throw in some small canon videos that extend the story and extend the characters. But for season 2, we want to make sure that people don't have to watch season 1 to understand the plot of season 2.
Yeah,
season 2 uses a lot of the lore and the the plot points, but it's not going to be something that you're going to be overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to go back and watch everything because that can take hours and hours. Because that's like a Netflix series. Like, say if everyone's talking about this show and the newest season just came out. Yeah. If you want to understand everything, you have to go back and everything. Yeah. And obviously, who has the time?
That's the bit. I've talked about this before, but that's the biggest flaw of this whole cinematic universe shenanigans I've come up with. The groundwork is very messy. I wouldn't recommend you go see my old stuff that I did, even though I still consider it canon.
I mean, that was really stuff you would have done with 14th. I'm gonna put this on YouTube. This is what I've been saying. Oh my god.
Yeah. But you just start off with the Backwards Brain series, because that's when things get serious, everything's grounded, and it's cinematic and it works. And then you can see the progression in the quality of that content.
I gotta say, Backwards Brain was quite interesting as a series. I could see did you get inspiration from maybe Friday the 13th or kind of there's generic serial killer movie, some guy with a machete and a mask.
How it came to be. I think I've talked about this in previous episodes, but I'll give you the basic rundown. It all started back at school where I made a video with Nick, Big Seamus.
So yeah, Nick Miller, yeah.
We made a film together called Dream Pursuit, which was an absolute crack fest because I was throwing all these random ideas and Nick was just giving me the green lit every single time.
So
it was like a whole dude who goes through a bunch of dream sequences and it's a whole mess, but it's a very funny watch. But basically after that, Charlie came to me, and that's when we became partners, because he pitched an idea of doing a sequel to Dream Pursuit, but kind of in a horror movie style. And I said, Charlie's the perfect kind of guy to make a horror movie with, because that's something I definitely want to do on my list of things to make. And then so we started working together through Discord, through lockdown, and then we came up with the Backwards Brain storyline, where we'd be an investigation team, but then one of the people would betray everyone and become a murderer. And Charlie had this social media name called the Backwards Brain. I said that was a perfect name for a slasher character.
But I mean, wasn't Backwards Brain also it's a part of the law that he's back
his brain is literally
his brain was backwards. We
haven't properly explored that yet, but we are slowly starting to hint at it. Why Charlie is such his significance. With the main,
why he matters
conspiracies,
so much. Yeah. Because I can see in the universe that you guys are pretty much the two main characters here.
Yeah.
But obviously it's about you trying to make money with Lucas Industries.
Yeah, even though I keep getting sidetracked. Yeah. Going on random missions, getting involved in conspiracies, and even getting into fights.
They're just why the shit.
Just having a fucking
just why do we milk the shit out of King?
That's a bit of fun, yeah.
It's honestly, I have so many ideas in my head and everything, but I don't want to spoil anything too much.
We'll talk about it off camera, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then that stuff will most likely come to be.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into gym life.
Okay.
So we'll transition from Lucas Industries into gym life by mentioning Big Seamus. I've been very excited for today because the two biggest personalities I know, the biggest charismatic fellas in the Lucas industry.
That's so good.
That's so good. The two, I was like, okay, one of these days, these two are going to be in the same room and it's going to be magnificent. I didn't know when that day would come and it just came up.
And then today it happened. Holy!
And I'm like, yep, these fellas, they love each other.
Nah, Nick is a good bloke. I know I just met him and all like that, but he's pretty respectable. Pretty well-mannered, must say.
Yeah.
Very different to a lot of people I've met before, because most of the people that I've met throughout my life are kind of just
Yeah, people around here are a bit...
It's just everyone's just I'm into this, or I can
everyone's
into
a
that.
sweetheart.
Yeah. Then, social groups are definitely, interesting when it, comes to me, but obviously, I won't go into that because obviously we're talking about gym life here.
Yeah, so. Right.
But so obviously, so you just signed up today.
Yeah, I'm officially signed up to a gym now.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're gonna start going to the gym regularly, and then hopefully in further you'll see me in videos looking a little bit more, more to look at.
He's gonna get jacked for season 2.
I want to get like huge. I just want to have an aesthetically pleasing body. I was always, as time, even though people would tell me otherwise, I was always really happy with my body.
Yeah.
Like I look in my mirror and go, yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Like I'm not too big. I'm not too skinny, even though people tell me I'm too skinny. There are times where I look at myself and go, man, I think I have pencil arms. But
I feel like there's a stage in everyone's life where they look at themselves and question, like, are they happy with, better? Like, can you do better? Like, is this really me or whatever? But honestly, like, I used to be like that, of course. Everyone was. Just from what I've come to, like, back then, like, for me in year 10 personally, that was probably, like, my prime, when I was probably, like...
Yeah, when did you start going to the gym? That's what I was going to ask.
So, here's the thing.
How'd you get into that?
So,
world?
It all started back when I just freshly finished year 11. I did VC for that year. It was an absolute shit show. Hated it. Lockdown was horrible. I couldn't stand all the work and shit like that. And I get some people are probably like, put some effort in and whatever with VCE, like, and you gotta be really dedicated to it. But for me, it just wasn't working. I was trying my hardest. I was just like, this isn't something I'm interested in. Plus, on top of that, uni is just not my kind of thing. But anyway, instead of being sidetracked, I started going into a fitness course in year 12 that I was undertaking through my school. Did that for a year, had an absolute blast, doing hanging with everyone, met some new people, just getting used to that new crowd and learning all the something I was actually interested in. Because I've always loved fitness, but I just couldn't be fucked actually doing anything most of the time.
Yeah.
But I worked at a gym for a year. Then I had a free membership at the time at the gym I was working at. Me being the dead shit I was, I didn't take advantage of that, and I didn't go, and I only went a couple of times.
Ah, well.
But that's because, I had other shit going on. I was trying to focus on work, fucking trying to get on my schoolwork.
You gained that maturity.
Yeah. It's just I didn't have the mentality to sit down and think, okay, I gotta focus on shit that actually matters and not just sitting on my ass and just thinking it's all gonna come to me. Because nothing in life is for free. You're not just gonna get everything handed to you. You gotta work for it.
Yeah.
So and 2 words I'm just focusing on at the moment is really just self-improvement. So many people, it's become sort of a trend now that everyone's going to the gym because
get into that,
I've recently started, consistently going. I used to go a fair bit every now and again, but that's when I was only training with my mate who was down there working with me. And most of the time I was either working or I couldn't make it because of other stuff going on, parents working and all that, and just...
we just had some technical difficulties. We're back with the question of...
people
asking about who win in a fight. I still have that sort of situation going on in my high school. We just mess around us.
As I was saying, I know some pretty, strong blokes. Obviously, as I said, I'm not, afraid to, lose or shit or whatever. But, it's just that question you don't want to ask. It's you don't want to imagine fighting one of your good mates.
Nah, because, and another thing, when you ask that question, you got to consider, you got to throw all morality out the window.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to be fuck
And that's not a good thing to imagine.
Yeah.
It can be, but it is not.
We'd think about it, obviously. It's not like it's a fucked thing to think about. It's just a hypothetical. At least it's not you belligerently, just killing your mate or some shit that. It's nothing like that. But I mean,
it can get personal.
Yeah. And obviously, depending on what the answer is, you can tell, whether or not, that's someone you hold close to you. Anything like that.
It's a bit annoying when you get asked that from people who they say they could beat you in a fight when they don't do any sort of physical activity.
Yeah,
and then you're like, okay, how would you win? They say dog mentality. I'm like,
as I said, like people who like have an ego, just like back it up. Like if you're gonna say something, like have some proof, have some evidence. Like just because you don't know what's gonna happen unless we actually do something. But again, we're not here to talk about who's gonna win the fight.
No.
But yeah, other than that, so with the gym and all that, so how do you feel like confidently, like say if you were going by yourself to the gym?
I would be down to go to the gym by myself.
Yeah?
Just put some tunes on, get in there, go in there for just like an hour and 10 minutes, get shit done.
Yeah.
Make sure.
You want to, as I was telling you,
because you're talking about how like people get insecure about people looking at you, and you feel
honestly
judged.
Yeah. If you walk into a gym environment and you're someone freshly new and everything, you don't know what's going on or anything, like, I was at that position. I've trained, like, once by myself, but, like, I had the prior knowledge due to my fitness course, so I went in there and knew what I was doing. But say if you're someone just completely new, starting off fresh, you don't have any knowledge or anything, you walk in, it's a very confronting thing, but no one's going to judge you for it because everyone's been in the exact same position. So to anyone who wants to go to the gym out there, like, it's not a scary thing. Like, people are just looking to get in there, get stuff done, see results, and just continue on with what they're doing. Like, no one's going to... The people who do sit there and judge you, that shows who they are as a person.
And, like, from what I'm seeing in society, we're going to talk about society.
Society. We live in a society.
I'm seeing a lot of people... We seem to be developing in this world where a lot of... Like, the gym has become very trendy. A lot of people go to the gym. And
it's mainly
for
because...
better or for worse.
It's for, like... There's people out there who, like, genuinely want to benefit themselves and, like, make themselves look presentable, which is what people like you and I would want to do, obviously, because... Obviously, like... I can say you're a respectable guy. I got respect for you. Like, you're not a dickhead or anything. Like, you know what's going on. You know your shit. But with some other people who do go to the gym, they just go in there to either, like, obviously, what's the fucking
the
new thing?
The gym
to test out their riz.
Yeah.
The people can't deal. Like, you don't, like, I'm pretty sure someone, like, around your age gap when, they're a woman and you're going in there just going, like,
want to test out your riz, go to the club.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I've heard stories from some of the people I used to work with from my gym. So we had like this massive guy there, and one of my old supervisors who I used to work with, I saw at my other job not too long ago, was going on about how the biggest guy from that gym I used to work at, like, was hitting on her, asking her out for dinner and shit. And it's like, look, just because you have muscle and stuff and just because you're big doesn't mean girls are going to be into you.
You need good personality.
Yeah, well,
you can take that as a joke and be like...
But I don't know, I feel like some, like... Really, it's very controversial, but like with the gym and all that, obviously guys do want to look better and all that, but some guys take advantage of it too. So it's like...
Yeah, I think it's a matter of what motivates you to go to the gym that really...
for the people,
lets people know what's your personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they use maybe...
Like not everyone goes there for the same reason. Everyone goes there for heaps of reasons.
Yeah.
Like the gym's not just for people who like, obviously feel like they're bigger than everyone else. It's for people who just genuinely want to improve themselves.
Yeah, on the positive side of things, I think we are evolving into a world where everyone's going to be working on themselves. A lot like our generation are now hitting that mature age where they're 18, they're matured, they're getting their own responsibility, they're going out there, and now they get to focus on themselves instead of being in this just a school environment, going through the same day to day every year.
I feel like for a lot of people, school holds you back. Like that's a no-brainer. Obviously, say for you, for example, like you did BCE, obviously, like you got school commitments and stuff like that. I feel like schools now are like really putting way too much pressure on people, which is just simply like not mentally right for anyone.
Well, I never really excelled in anything. And over the years, I grew in this mentality of like, I didn't really want to exceed anything. I just wanted to do my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you want to pursue a goal that you stay true to and something that's dear to your heart, which is obviously, you know, filmmaking and stuff like that with Lucas Industries. I've mentioned to you before that, like, I reckon, like, what you're doing with this, it's a small channel, obviously, but, like, we want to make this grow. We want to make the fan base grow and everything. Yeah. That's the whole point of this.
That is something we want, but we're not doing. We don't do this. I don't do the channel for like the views.
Yeah, but this is obviously like a personal thing too.
I'd rather make good content than make content that gets views.
Yeah, like the current YouTube algorithm is stupid. Like, if your video doesn't blow up in like 2 hours, and YouTube are just like, yeah, fuck it off.
Yeah. But yeah, no. When I get the support I need for a video I put out, then I'm happy. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you should matter about most.
Yeah, like we've just hit 152 subscribers after being stuck on like 140 for like most of the year.
And like on top of that, like I've even myself shown some of the content that you've made to some of my other mates.
Yeah. And
they reckon the stuff's hilarious. Like, here's the thing, I've only shown them like episode 8. Not just because I'm in it as well. But
nah, that's a fair reason.
Yeah. Well, that's because, you know... Oh, I just spilled my water.
Nah, it's water. It's alright. It's a concrete.
That's a whoopsie moment. Don't worry about it. I'll just neck the rest of my water.
It's alright.
But yeah, some of the content that you've made, most of my mates have been like, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. And they're actually pretty hyped to see what comes next, especially with how I'm doing it, obviously, because they don't really know you or anything, which is fair enough. But, like, still, I'm trying to get out there, promote the channel for you and everything. Like, obviously, because I do support everything you're doing at the moment. I got mad respect for everything you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, alright, I need to know, what is... I don't know how long we've been filming for. We'll figure out one more segment and then we'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
What is the go-to exercise?
What
is your favorite? What's your favorite one?
Well, there's not like a certain exercise, but a certain muscle group I like working. Obviously, it's gonna be like no-brainer, but like I like basically. It's hard to think about because every one of the exercises I do, like. All of them are my favourites, but they all work different, like, things that I still enjoy. But personally, I reckon it would be in between bicep and tricep or bicep and back.
Yeah.
Oh, no, bicep and chest, sorry. Like, back's okay, but I like chest more. Like, I've been working a lot of arms recently, a lot of tricep exercises, a lot of bicep exercises. Been trying to hit a new PR on bench. I hit 55 not too long ago. So obviously it isn't much, but you know, it's still something. It's still a fair bit of weight. But I'm just trying to obviously still discover all the exercises and shit like that, like see what works best and everything. I've learned a couple of things from Nick today when we were down there, so yeah. And I even taught you guys something, which that's what, like, you know, going to the gym with other people about. That's why I love going to the gym with other people. Because, like, you can teach people other stuff, and they, like, you can learn from them too, and that's the beauty of it.
I feel like a genius because I've grabbed 2 people I know who know the most about gym life.
Yeah.
And I've managed to get them in the same room.
Like, as I said, I'm willing to sit down and literally help you out with whatever you need for it. Like, and I'll do my best to answer. Like, I'm not fully qualified in, like, fitness and all that, but I do have a qualification, and I do have knowledge to share, obviously. So, anyone who's watching or anything, you can plug, like, my Insta or something. Yeah. You come ask me.
Go check out Ross on Instagram. Send him a message, he'll tell you everything you need.
Yeah, you can put it in the description, yeah?
Yeah.
You can do that.
So, you want...
Hit me up on WhatsApp.
So you actually, I'll give you like a proper plug here. So you like to do, you like to make programs with people.
So
that's something you could probably take on in the future to help out people out in the gym.
I mean, it's more just like a hobby thing, like pretty much. It's just like, you know,
that hobby.
I do it for fun.
Yeah.
Like I love like helping out other people and shit like that. Because it's just like I have so much to share with everyone about this whole thing, but I feel like no one takes interest in it. Like, I take interest in what others, like, do, like, highly, but I feel like not enough people take enough interest in, like, what I do, obviously. But I like to make it known as well, like, so if you, like, need help with something or, like, whatever, like, ask me about, like, anything. Because, obviously, if you want genuine, like, assistance with something, I'm more than willing to, like, sit down for even, like, you know, and then, like, an hour or two or, like, however, you know, long, whatever, and just, like, genuinely share some knowledge.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Alright. Pre.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't make that at the gym.
Yeah.
Don't take any more than one scoop of pre. I mean, I take 15, but you know, I actually, I have a funny story about that. So, I used to be a massive caffeine addict, and throughout my TAFE course, I would sit in class and take just random scoops of pre for no reason at all, like proper pre-workout, not like this. So, I have like this other stuff that I've mentioned before. I've called it Peng in other videos.
Yeah.
Peng was a running joke from like ages ago from my fitness class that I incorporated into Lucas Industries as well.
We turned it into a special type of alcohol.
Yeah, it was
that's like will get you fucked up.
Like, it's proper like it's proper naughty if you ask me. But no, so like obviously I was taking like 3 scoops of that stuff. It's like game of subs, but you know, like you can plug that if you want. I know they'll sponsor you, but you might get lucky and get a bit of cash. Get a bit of cash. No,
don't put me up to it.
But anyway, so I was doing like 3-4 scoops of that, drinking like 500ml can of V, and maybe like a scoop of pre every now. Coming home from school every day, drinking a can of energy drink. To the point where I recently had to go to the hospital to get my heart checked.
Oh yeah, you did
yeah,
tell me
no,
about
I
this.
mentioned this quite briefly, but I have mates who have done the exact same thing. I had another friend from work who told me like he knew this girl who's got like 10, like, you know, White Monsters, 10 cans of them.
Oh yeah.
And had to go to hospital for that.
Yeah, they love that shit.
Yeah, fucking like. I mean, caffeine's good in small amounts, but just don't overdo it. Like, I love the taste of V, I love the taste of caffeinated drinks, but it's just shit for ya.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm only sticking to just using pre every now and again. So, and then, like, literally, once you have a scoop of pre, do not go over, like, any more caffeine during that day.
No.
Because daily limit's like 300 to 400 milligrams, and I was surpassing, like, 700 milligrams to 800. I don't know how my body was handling it, to be honest.
Nice. So when it comes to the gym life, you gotta be responsible, you gotta be mature, and you gotta be doing it for the right reasons.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, and definitely don't do like roids or anything.
No, that's ridiculous.
Because if you're pumping your heart too much, that shit's just gonna go bang inside ya.
Just drop the phone.
Duh, you silly boy. But anyway, that's it. Just Don't do what I do. Just don't drink a lot of caffeine in one go, in one sitting, because you'll end up going to the hospital and then fucking, you know, obviously don't want to fucking get angina at the age of 17 and shit like that.
Nah.
Fucking cardiac arrest.
Scary.
On top of that, avoid the zingers. Well, you get a cheeky zinger once every now and again. Hey, but that's it. No more than one.
Hey, if an American's watching this, they have no idea what a zinger is.
Zinger?
Yeah.
Zinger box.
Zinger box.
What? Do they not have zinger? Do they not have zinger boxes?
America doesn't have zingers.
What? You're joking?
Their life sucks.
Nah, man, nah.
What are you gonna do? Eat normal chicken?
Who eats normal chicken?
Fucking spastic.
If you eat normal chicken, you're on that new shit, bro. Like, honestly. Yeah. Like, if you sit down and like you prefer regular fried chicken over a wicked wing, don't even speak to me. Don't even speak to me. You're not worthy of speaking to King. You're not worthy of speaking to me, boy. Swear on my life. Oh dear. What's wrong with you, boy? I'm losing it.
Alright, we're gonna wrap this up. Do you want to give a crack, at doing the outro? Maybe do it in the King Brown voice.
Well, I don't want to. I just say whatever. I just say whatever.
Just say thanks for watching.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching the funny primetime funny talk show thing with Mr. Kemi and yes, King Brown. Yes, that's me. Yes, King.
All right, thank you all for listening. No idea who's going to be the next guest, but hopefully it's probably going to be someone on par with this fella right here.
Yeah, maybe someone hilarious.
Maybe we'll get two fellas to come.
Yes, until we get two fellas.
We'll get multiple people.
Two fellas.
How's
that?
That'd be amazing.
That's alright.
Alright, signing off. I'll see you later.
Alright, I gotta go take some pre.
Oh, yeah.